It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA All-Star Game here in Charlotte, North Carolina, home of the Hornets. I'm Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight, it'll be the East All-Stars going up against the West All-Stars. Hold on, folks. We expect a wild ride. This could be one of the more impressive All-Star games we've seen. The way these teams have been selected, the amount of talent on the floor, it's generated a lot of anticipation. And tonight, the culmination of All-Star Week, the big game, as they say. Shaq, final score is not going to mean much, so what are the guys out here playing for?
A couple of guys will be jockeying for the MVP. And you just got to go out there and say, hey, you know what? I have individual pride. Let me go to work for the fans.
Yeah, if you come out here joking around, thinking that it's just going to be a fun day, you're taking the wrong approach. It is a celebration. However, give the fans more.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of the fans, we love the fans.
We love them.
You fans out there, all of you who are watching us right now,
Thank you.
we love you. We love you, fans.
From the heart, brother.
We really do.
From the heart.
Touch your TV screen. Touch it.
Touch it.
Touch it. Touch it. Touch it.
Oh, there's something there. There's something there.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
Okay, and you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
And it's the West All-Stars to start out. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. They've got LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant. And it's Davis at the 5 roaming the paint. Wall, no luck. And it's Davis with the ball for the West All-Stars.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when-to-block shots. And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
All right, now let's find out what head coach Nick Nurse had to say to David Aldridge. David.
And he's completely unconcerned with the game's outcome. He said, I'm really worried about only two things: that everyone gets enough time on the floor and that nobody gets hurt. Sounds right to me, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Westbrook kicks to Embiid. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and I'll tell you what, they got very lucky.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got the first points on the scoreboard for the East All-Stars. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Goes up on the wing. Great tee that time from Curry.
A lot of great plays being made here on the defensive end.
That indeed is a rarity. The highlights are almost always on the offensive end of the floor in this event.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Solid read from Embiid there. Terrific at anticipating when that shot is coming.
Over Irving. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
Yeah, Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
It's tipped. Westbrook with it. The feed to Wall. Leonard with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Irving against Curry. To the paint. Here's Davis and finished off by Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Curry passes to Wall. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
You know, what you really like about Antetokounmpo is he wants to keep getting better. I'd say he's accomplished that and then some.
James Harden, he's checked in for the West. Paul comes in for Kyrie Irving. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Ball against Curry. Leonard finds Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
So here's Westbrook. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. Down low, Embiid. And Davis sends it back.
Well, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Oh, some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Ball against Curry. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Curry. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
A big group substitution here for the East. Porzingis is checked in for Joel Embiid. Paul George comes in for Russell Westbrook. Oladipo, he's checked in for John Wall. And Walker subbed in for Curry. Now here's Walker. Up top, Porzingis. Unloads from 13. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. From deep, Harden. Porzingis with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And it's good for 2. 6 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
And the shot is good. Cousins has got his first 2 points.
You know, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now, here's Cousins. Paul, right side. And it's Cousins. That time on the assist by Paul. Cousins has got his second basket.
Paul is so good at shredding defenses in the pick and roll. He seems to always be one move ahead.
Outside for George. Good on the triple. George has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Walker's got his first 2 points of the night. To the inside. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better. Great job getting to the right spot on the court. Beautiful passing all the way around.
Knocked loose. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
It takes some time to deal with your teammates at the All-Star game.
You know, fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
They've got Oladipo. Paul George is out there with Antetokounmpo. And there's Porzingis. And it's Walker in at the 1. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with.
And defensively, you've got to be on the lookout for this. I mean, Towns gets up in a hurry now.
And that Unleashed Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
You're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
I know we never see a lot of defense in these games, but tonight, we're not seeing any.
Simply call it a free-for-all. I mean, you want the guys to have fun out there, but it would be nice to see some effort put into the defensive end of the floor.
And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars.
Light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Yeah, teammate to teammate on the assist that time.
Well, the communication between them, that's what we see every game during the regular season, and it's on display here in the All-Star week as well.
Now, here's Walker. Outside, Porzingis. Now the pass to Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. He can't get that one to fall. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Harden dishes to Cousins. Harden against Walker. Harden the pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Tell you what, it should absolutely be illegal for a 7-footer to be able to leave the ground that fast. Towns has made it legal.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
A big group substitution here for the East. Embiid, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Gordon Hayward comes in for George. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Curry subbed in for Walker. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Towns. Kevin Love comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. James checked in for Kevin Durant. And Irving subbed in for Simmons. The drive by James. Love with a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Here's Aldridge. Back to James. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Down low, Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Yeah, Curry Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Now here's James. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
West All-Stars shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he makes the first.
And the leadership James brings to this team is incredibly valuable. When things get tight, they look to the king to provide for them.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Wall's checked in. Both free throws good from James. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Outside, Wall. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Wall's got his first 3 points of the game.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Embiid with the steal. And now Hayward pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Hayward with the stuff.
Yeah, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. It's going to send LeBron James to the line. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward. West All-Stars shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Durant's checked in for Kevin Love. Free throw good, LeBron. Here are the East All-Stars. And Wall kicks to Hayward. To the middle. And Curry has it in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Durant feeling it out a bit. Curry against Irving. 6 to shoot. For the three. And it's the East with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Here are the East All-Stars now. Here's Wall. And that one hits back iron. And so Aldridge will bring it up for the West All-Stars. James finds Durant. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Also, Westbrook's plugged in for the East. Kyle Lowry comes in for Steph Curry. LeBron against Westbrook. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds in this game. Harden inside the three-point line. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for the West All-Stars. 46 seconds left in the first half. Buries the long-range jumper. Hayward's got 5 points so far.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here is Lowry. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Westbrook surveying the D. Over Aldridge. They get it again, and Embiid is right there.
No easy chore keeping the 7-footer off the glass. Embiid crashing with intentionality.
Inside. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by LeBron. James has got 3 assists in the game. Ball against Harden. And Wall kicks to Westbrook. No good, shot missing. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the West All-Stars. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome to halftime of the All-Star Game. You're watching some incredible talent. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. An amazing first half of basketball. And it looks like we've got a game on our hands that will cap off this great weekend in style. The East and West both giving the fans everything they could have hoped for. This is shaping up to be an all-star classic.
Obviously, this has been a back-and-forth type of thing, but now you're going to start to see the competitiveness come out in these guys. That's right, and they have to say it real nice and smooth. Competitiveness. A little more defense, not a lot more, but certainly a lot more intensity. And at the end of the day, every guy on that court out there is built to win.
This particular All-Star game has some real energy. Guys aren't just going out there and going through the emotions. They're actually digging in and trying to win. This is different. I can't wait for the second half.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And now we begin the second half.
It's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. We've got Davis. Durant is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Irving in at the point guard.
How about the big fella stepping outside and showing us some range?
Well, he gets some grief for that shot in the regular game, but in this setting, you're allowed that kind of latitude and freedom.
Bucket is good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here are the East All-Stars. Curry kicks to Westbrook. Outside, Wall. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 6 points for Wall.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now here's Durant. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Count it, 3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
It's Durant with the drive. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. He kicks it to LeBron. Durant against Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. Poked loose. Westbrook against James. Right side Westbrook. Lots of room. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
James looking around. Six to shoot. It's Durant on the wing. Again, the West All-Stars.
I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. He's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Antetokounmpo against Durant. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. And the dunk by James.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And the East All-Stars call time here.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
New players in now for the East. Then for the West All-Stars, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Durant. Ben Simmons comes in for LeBron. And it's Paul in for Kyrie Irving.
Wow, 5 straight hits coming out of half. They are rolling.
Paul passes to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
They know he's looking for him, so it's easy to see why Paul's teammates love him.
And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. They lead by 1. Outside, Porzingis. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Porzingis has got 6.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
The East All-Stars have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
I love how efficient Walker is. The Connecticut alum continues to just thrive on the offensive end.
And so Walker nails both of them.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Leonard. No good on that one. Nice D from Porzingis. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively. And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Now, here's Oladipo. 1:57 left to play in the third. They grab their own miss. George pass to Porzingis. A second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. And it's a 10-point East All-Star lead.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Ball against Walker. Oladipo outside. Leonard with the steal. They need this. Nice D from Oladipo.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the East. Then for the West All-Stars, Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Cousins. Kevin Love comes in for Anthony Davis. And James Harden subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
And Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
And here they come. Here's George.
Whoa! Hey, watch out now. Watch out. And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Now, Lowry. James Harden missing on the 3. The shot by George, no good. Paul with the ball. Now defended by Oladipo. Harden dishes to Simmons. Back to Harden. He rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
And how about all these dunks? I mean, this game's been a complete crowd pleaser, no doubt.
I know, I'm loving it. These players are really strutting their stuff tonight. Showtime!
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lowry can't get it to go. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The shot's good from Paul.
He's so aggressive offensively. I like his assertiveness. CP3 not taking 1 second extra to pull the trigger once he gets the pass.
Pass to Butler. His first shot coming late. Basket good.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
And here's Harden for three. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the East All-Stars. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
All out there with Curry. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. So that's the five in the game for the East All-Stars. Westbrook against James. Goes up with a strike. It's rebounded by Towns.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
James finds Love. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Outside for Curry. Misses the three. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. They trail by 9 points. Curry against Irving. Knocks down the three ball.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Good work there as it goes.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I'll tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Westbrook against LeBron. LeBron grabs the miss. James has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
And, you know, it hasn't been his night, but his team still leads, so that's encouraging.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Porzingis. The West All-Stars also changing it up. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Durant comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Leonard in for James Harden. Now, here's Irving. LeBron James on the wing. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the long reach of Antetokounmpo. I mean, stretches for days. And because of that, he's excellent at challenging shots. A splendid release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
James against Westbrook. Shoots it. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Durant.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Another shot, and Embiid lays it in.
Really like seeing Embiid exert his will, be assertive here. I mean, getting whatever shot he wants inside.
Westbrook against LeBron. In the corner, Irving with it. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 7th assist in the game.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the West. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. the only time he's turned it over so far.
Here's Durant, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
And a deep three from Curry. It's good from long range.
And Kevin, that three ball of Curry deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, at what angle, or how deep.
Now here's Durant. LeBron outside. Loads it up for Davis. Embiid with the steal. Puts it up from 15. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Westbrook. And now it's an 8-point East All-Star lead. And so here are the West All-Stars. Irving from long range. Hangs on the trifecta. Irving's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient. And he is playing to his strengths.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Durant for three. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Curry wide open. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
And I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
They're behind by 4. 1:33 left in the game. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
To the middle. And then Durant with the jam.
And he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You just got to marvel at his greatness.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the East All-Stars. They've led by as many as 14 points. From deep three-point range, no good on that one. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Leonard, that's for 2. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the West All-Stars. 1:10 left in the fourth. Ball kicks to Curry. On deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
The triple. Laces one from 3.
No question about it. Curry is on fire right now.
And on the way from Irving for 3. It's good. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Kyrie Irving is simply caught fire.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. The West All-Stars making a switch here. James is checked in. Stolen by James. Outside Irving. Over Westbrook. It's good.
Well, they're having major trouble dealing with the bomb.
And the East All-Stars call time here. They're trailing by 2. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Westbrook kicks to Curry. No good with the triple. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
So they foul intentionally. And no good is the first free throw. Missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. So he comes up empty, missing both.
It looks like he was a little tight on the line that time. Could have and should have closed it out.
And here's Wall. Outside Curry puts up a three. Misses the tray. So a close game sees the West All-Stars taking this one.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
What?